Well, paddlers, I thought I'd do one of them scenic view shots of the man sat drinking his coffee by the loch. Now, to tell you the truth is, it's weird. Since I got up and stuff like that and everything, it's been 2.5 hours and I've just literally had to put suntan lotion on. That sun is starting to burn. I'm starting to feel it burning. So I thought, suntan lotion time. Which is absolutely great news. And the water, the loch, is beautiful. It's still cold, but I'm hoping in another 2 hours at most, maybe less, but in another 2 hours, because it's hot, the temperature would have come up a bit and I'll be all right to go for a paddle. Because like I say, just in case you missed it, I forgot me paddle boots, right, to get in and out of the boat as such. And it's a case of I've only got my water shoes with me, which are they're good shoes, don't get me wrong. You can walk about on the cobbles and all that, they're well made, but I mean, they are water shoes, you're meant to walk into the water. And at the moment, to walk in, maybe, well, not knee deep, but the bottom line is when I get in the boat, my feet would be freezing and I won't be happy. So I'm just waiting for the water to warm up a bit. But no, I brought it back here basically just for the view and to let you know it's got hot again. As I said, I've freaking thingied, put suntan lotion on. You know, I said in one of my other videos, I've overpacked. Oh boy, have I overpacked. I've overpacked on power banks as well. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I brought 3 power banks. 2 of the standard handheld power banks with about, I don't know, something crazy like 50,000 milliwatt hours, something like that. I also brought my solar power charger. Now that solar power, it's got like 4 plates on it. If I remember, I'll put a picture up or whatever, but it's got like 4 plates on it. And it charged up one of my batteries in, I think it was an hour, 2 hours, I can't remember now. I've mentioned that already anyway, so if you're following along, you'll already know. But yeah, I didn't need all that extra weight. I mean, the solar power one is hit or miss depending on what the weather's like, but if you know it's going to be hot weather, right, that'd do. Right, or maybe with 1 power bank as a backup, but you don't need 3. I mean, I really did overpack. I just didn't want to be in a situation where I was miserable with this being a holiday. I wanted it all to go perfect, even though the last couple of nights, and last night especially, bloody freezing, so that's not perfect. Tonight will be better though. I'm pre-preparing for tonight. Joking apart, I could go back to the car. I know I've got more gear in the car, which I couldn't get in the boat. I've got a big puffy coat. I've got a puffy jacket, which I'll be putting on tonight, but I've got a big coat. And I could go get it, it's only 5 miles away, but nah. So I'm not paddling all the way to the car to paddle all the way back here again. Because I don't know, it just seemed like a waste to me. I'd rather go exploring today. I'll tell you what though, I wanted to get round the other side, but with it being the more popular side, which is funny, if you look up Loch and put like kayaking, canoeing, whatever, almost everybody stops at that side on that like little sandy beach area. It's because there's no midges. Right, there doesn't seem to be many anyhow, whereas I'm swarmed with them. I'm covered in midge spray at the moment. I've got the smoky fire going, but yeah, there doesn't seem to be many midges over there, and I think why. However, if I come here again, I'd come to this spot. Even if that spot was clear, I would come back here. Because once you've got the fire going and the midges are gone, great. It just seems quieter, more peaceful. There's not much firewood about though. I'm about out. I know there's loads and loads of wood everywhere, but I'm not going to chop down trees that have got green leaves on and stuff. I've just been finding dead wood. Some of it was actually in the edge of the loch, and I've dragged it out to dry. Left it out since yesterday to dry in the sun, and it's still a bit damp, but I'm getting plenty of smoke off it, so that's a good thing, which is what I want. Fire is not a necessity to me. I want the smoke to get rid of the midges. But there's not much left. I'm gonna have to go exploring. I'm sure if I go way that way or up by the cemetery and stuff, there'll be loads and loads and loads. It's just that around my general area, there's no dead. There's plenty that look dead. Like there's a tree over there, it's fell over, right? And the roots are snapped, completely snapped. Looks rotten as hell, right? But if you follow the trunk, there's extra branches come off it, and there's green leaves growing on it. So it's trying to survive. So I'm not just going to cut that up, right? Because it's trying. If it was the middle of winter and I was freezing to death, that's different. But the only reason why I want a bit of fire is for the smoke to get rid of the midges, and that's not a good enough reason to start chopping down trees that are fighting for their lives. And no, I'm not a tree hugger. I don't like that, but it's a case of if you're out in such a beautiful place, well, anyway, if you're out in nature, if you're out in the country, if you're out anywhere, right, your local park might have a few trees in, right? You have to respect them areas, because if you don't, they're going to be gone, because everyone will dump on them. It's like rubbish, like my campsite now. I mean, there's stuff everywhere. There is stuff everywhere. However, right, when I'm gone, right, you won't even know I was here. That's my rant. I'm going to stop now. Enjoy. I'm going to stop ranting. Hello, it's a dragonfly. Come here. Don't sting me. Okay, fly away then. Tell you what I found yesterday while I was looking for some twigs and stuff over there actually. I found an old coin. Alright. It's all rusted. You can just make out there's some sort of writing or numbers or something on it, and there's some sort of picture or something on it. Right, but it's all rusted up. Alright. But you can tell it is a coin of some description. But the weird thing is, it has to be old, because it's got completely smooth edges all the way around, and that hasn't happened since, bloody hell, 60s, was it, or 70s, when they started putting them edges on the side of coins. Can't remember now. But I know, I could be wrong, a penny and a twopence, a 2p, they're smooth, but it's the wrong size for them. So I don't know what it is. I'll be interested to get it home and get it cleaned just to see. I don't even know if it's an old Scottish coin. I mean, let's be honest, it could be a brand new one, as in a year old or 2 years old, from somewhere like Scandinavia or Italy, or because I don't know what type of coins and what their coins look like. And you get people I mean, when I was getting in, when I was launching, I met a Japanese couple, there was a Chinese couple as well, there was an American couple. I had a laugh with a lady. The lady come up and she says, she was from Toronto, yeah, Toronto, she said, that's an interesting boat. I have never seen a boat that breaks up like that and then goes back together. And she was asking about, I said, you've never seen one? I said, you can only buy them in America. I says, where are you from, love? America. I said, yeah. I says, the company, KAYAK. And I started talking about it anyhow, but it was just funny. But I suppose just because she's American don't mean that she automatically knows the company KAYAK. I mean, I'm British and I'm sure there's thousands of companies in Britain that I've never even heard of. This is true. This is the way, as a wise lady once said. Saying that, who thinks they should make another season of Mandalorian? I mean, it ended with that green thing. People call it Baby Yoda, but it's not Yoda. 100% not Yoda. But that Baby Yoda looking type thing. Joining the Mandalorian clan, shall we say. He bathed in the waters of Mandalore. But that's where it ends. The little thing becomes a Mandalorian. That other woman, I can't remember, Katie Stackhouse, she becomes the ruler again, and she's all like, everybody's happy and it all finishes. However, it still leaves it hanging in the air. Who is he? How did he come to be? We know he was like a foundling at the Jedi Empire, at the Jedi School, but where's he from? Where's his family from? And then it might answer the questions to do with Yoda as well. Okay, yeah, I like Star Wars. Sue me. I like Star Wars. I'm out of coffee, it's time for a new coffee. You just hang about there, I'll be back in about half an hour, okay? So I'll see you all later in about half an hour. You enjoy the view. Is he gonna bloody leave that video camera running for half an hour just looking at the loch? Is he? No, of course I'm not. I'm coming back right now, you silly buggers. See? Oh, I'm sure somebody will ask, and I don't think we've spoken of it. I know somebody will ask, so... That's my rubbish bag. Right. And you have to keep it away from your tent, your rubbish. Right? Because it's like excess food and stuff, and you don't want any bears to come along, right, and keep the... I'm joking. I'm joking, we don't get bears over here. No, the reason why I'm piling up all my rubbish in that bag Just want to drag this into the sun, which should come round there soon. Now I'm putting all my rubbish in there and keeping it away from the tent simply for mice. No other reason, just mice. Right then, if everything goes to plan, next time you see me we'll be on the water.